14 days and 5,000 kilometers of Saudi Arabia's most grueling terrain. It's the Dakar Rally. Broadcast brought to you by Toyota Gazoo Racing.
Henk Latergen, back with a bang, the first leader of the rally.
Not a bad way to open it. I mean, after missing last year, you have not a bad start.
The KTM factory team start in style. Victory in Rally GP and Rally 2.
Bike's feeling good, I'm good. So, yeah, it was good to get one day, a little prologue out of the way.
The American rookies hit hard with wins in Challenger and SSV.
There's a lot of weight on you, and happy to get my first Dakar prologue out of the way.
Do what the car likes to do, which is go fast and see where we end up.
Hey there! Nice to meet you! Welcome to Dakar 2025. Here we are in the original bimodal category. With us, our bike, our box, and a lot of passion.
Hi guys, I'm Marcus, 36 years old. I'm coming from Germany and doing my first Dakar now, and I'm really happy to be part of the GoPro Hero.
Hello, my name's Robbie Wallace. I'm 27 years old from England. It's my first time competing in Dakar on a motorbike.
A big part of Dakar is firstly getting here, but also all the administration and scrutineering.
Is everything okay?
For the moment, yes.
Good.
We're here sitting at the presentation. Everybody wave. Okay, I guess not. What's up, bro? Yo! Yeah, you can see how dusty it's getting out here.
It's the night before Dakar. I'm just laid in my tent. The wind's howling. Luckily, my mother packed a dust mask I think I might have to wear through the night to stop me waking up with a bad chest, but we'll see.
Cold night in the desert. But this morning I found some nice stuff for my girlfriend. She texted me some nice informations. That's the life in the middle of the desert.
The feeling you get before the start is just so weird. This morning I couldn't even eat breakfast.
Hey, there's even a camera here. Goodbye.
Hey, a GoPro. Martin, look what I found.
Basically, right there is the start of the unknown for us, and it will be like this every day.
Woo! Let's have a good one, huh? Good.
Good luck, dude. Good luck, brother. We got this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Inch'Allah, comme on dit chez nous.
It has become a familiar tradition in Rally Raid. The top 10 bikers on the prologue get to choose their position for the first full stage.
We're going to choose spot number 23.
Spot number 23.
It's going to be 23.
It's going to be 23 again. Wow.
Well, last night the top 10 could pick anywhere inside the first 23 positions, and they preferred to set off as far back as possible, as prologue winner Daniel Sanders explains.
23 as well. So
it just gives us a little bit more control and an easier day for stage one. We don't have to open the road book out front, and we can sort of just get into the rhythm and hopefully just feel good and push towards the front and see how we go.
Riders have indeed gone through the selection process, so no surprises in terms of the choices we've had out there.
And this is what they'll face on the first full outing of Dakar 2025. 412 kilometres against the clock on a loop around Bisha, which finishes in the bivouac. There'll be a mix of everything out there: tough navigation, stony tracks, and lots of dust. The sun rising on a day that would catch lots of people out, but the atmosphere was relaxed at the start line as everybody wished Adrian van Beveren a very happy 34th birthday.
Happy birthday, Allez, Ricky, come!
Come on, Rick.
Once they got going, Mohamed Al-Balushi had the unenviable task of opening. The Emirati has linked up with the Fantic team this year, fresh from winning the FIM Bajas World Cup. But he had all sorts of navigation problems and lost over an hour. And with the starting order in Rally GP reversed for the 48-hour chrono, poor old Al-Balushi will have to open again tomorrow. Nacho Cornejo set off just 3 minutes behind Al-Balushi in second place, and after 20-odd kilometres, he was leading the special. There was 5 minutes 35 of bonus time on offer today, and the Chilean snaffled it all. He stayed out in front all day long, which he described as mentally exhausting, but he still finished inside the top 10. A really impressive effort from Nacho, who is nevertheless around 20 minutes off the pace. Overall, I'm happy with the job today. I don't know the results, but I'm happy with my riding and my navigation. I got a bit lost here and there, but I was able to find the right line again quite quickly. The rally came to a premature end, however, for Cornejo's teammate Sebastian Bühler. The German crashed at kilometre 68, breaking his collarbone and bending a metal plate that he'd had inserted after a previous injury. Well, Bühler has had rotten luck recently. He also crashed out of last year's Dakar and the Rally du Maroc in October. We wish him a speedy recovery.
In the braking zone, I hit a stone that was covered with sand that was impossible to see. I was not pushing so much, and the crash was not a big crash, but yeah, I feel the pain in the collarbone, and the plate that I had in is bent, and so it hurt too much to continue.
Kevin Benavides is on the mend following his own very serious crash last May, and the Argentine is clearly lacking a bit of sharpness after a year off the rally bike. He said he wasn't expecting today to be so difficult and that it was a proper stage to kick off the Dakar. Kevin came home in 15th place and now trails the leader by 36 minutes. His younger brother Luciano fared a bit better, finishing 6th on the day with 2 Hondas in front of him and 2 behind. Like a lot of riders, he got turned around and had some close encounters with the spiky trees and camel grass. Almost all of them finished with ripped up sleeves. Luciano is just trying to stay calm and consistent, and so far it's paying off. He spent a while today riding with Van Beveren. Well, this may have been the Frenchman's birthday, but he didn't get any gifts from the rally. On the contrary, the button on his electronic roadbook stopped working and he had to scroll through it manually. That meant losing speed and rhythm. He also had an early crash, but fortunately, no major damage done. It was a day to forget for VBA, but he'll go again tomorrow. I think I struggled to take the necessary risks in the dust. I let some guys pass me and then I was in their dust and there were more guys queuing up behind, so the timing was just bad. It was particularly frustrating and difficult today, but that's part of Dakar. Skylar Howes was following in Bühler's dust when the German crashed today. So, in a typical display of Dakar sportsmanship, he stopped and alerted the medical services. He stayed with Bühler until the helicopter arrived and also slowed down other riders who were approaching the scene. But when he finally got going again, he said he swallowed about 4 pounds of dust. But in spite of the day's challenges, he finished in 4th place. Ross Branch spent most of the stage trying to catch up with the main group of contenders, having set off behind Quintanilla, Sharena and Brabeck. The Motswana said it was very hectic and you had to be super careful in the dust, but he still had a solid outing, finishing on the stage podium in 3rd. Well, Hero Motorsports will be boosted by his performance on what was a tough day for the team. Brabeck said he felt very sorry for the openers today. Such was the complexity of the navigation. There were lots of notes in quick succession in the road book, plus all of that vegetation to avoid. The American linked up with Luciano Benavides in the final part of the stage, and he said they did a very good job together. In the end, he was second, just over 2 minutes off the pace. But for the second day running, it was Daniel Sanders laying down the law on his KTM. The Australian needed 70 kilometres or so to get past his teammate Edgar Canet, yesterday's winner in Rally 2, and he then continued to hunt down Branch and the Hondas. He gained a bit of time late in the day when the others strayed off course, and he now leads the Dakar by 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
In the end, everyone caught each other, and it was just no one wanted to give up any space, so everyone held their line and didn't want to play friendly. So he had to charge it up and forget about the road book and just block past them and get in front. I had one big crash and yeah, was lucky to walk away from it, and we're fine. We'll be ready for tomorrow.
Sanders doubling up then, just as he did in 2022, with wins on the prologue and stage 1. The top 5 today separated by under 5 minutes, but then the gaps began to open up. All 5 of the Honda factory riders are inside the top 8, while Rally GP new boy Bradley Cox rounds out the top 10.
Those brave enough to take on the desert solo will start to feel the pinch. Original by Moto class takes the Dakar spirit back to its purest form. No assistance, no frills, just grit, skill and plenty of determination. 2020 category winner Emmanuel Genis knows that better than most. The Romanian with an impressive 11th place finish. An early sign of navigational struggles. Mathieu Dovez losing touch with the pack, but an impressive recovery. The Frenchman from 18th to the top 10. A flat and rocky terrain that meant danger could pounce at any moment. And having been helicoptered out of this stage 12 months ago, an unwanted slip-up for Michael Doherty. A second harder fall later meant the South African faces a medical at the bivouac to decide if he can continue. Plenty lost, others needed help. Meanwhile, a fantastic 4th place for Niels Terek, now preparing to fight the cold on the chrono. No, I'm excited to go and ride, but personally what kills me the most is the cold. It can get real cold. I'll prepare my bag, and afterwards my bike, and make sure it's ready for the longest stage tomorrow. The Frenchman pipped to the Rally 2 podium by Czech rider Milan Engel. Only 33, but already a Dakar legend, using his nous to grab a podium berth. Almost back-to-back special success for young gun Edgar Canet. But the Spaniard said he got lost not once, but 4 times in the final section. Yet clearly still enjoying himself, despite slipping from 1st to 2nd. That left Tobias Ebster out on his own, the Austrian using what he'd learned last year to finish 13th overall in bikes. Although it wasn't without incident.
Me and Edgar, we had a really fast pace. So we did really good. I had no crashes. There were a lot of bushes. as you can see. Yeah, I'm definitely ready for some dunes, let's say. But no, it was a good day. Roadbook was good. Bike was working perfect. So big thanks to Bas World Racing Team. And yeah, let's go to the second stage.
Well, Ebster dealt best with the special to win the stage. The Austrian in Canet fastest. The rest of the field more than 4 minutes behind. The Bas World KTM rider rising to the top of the overall standings, 29 seconds clear of Canet. What better way to celebrate turning 50 than plotting a Dakar return after 9 years away? Well, that's exactly what David Castou has done.
Castou, you've done lots of things. You're passionate about it. You have to go back to the Dakar. I won my first special stage on the Dakar. It's fabulous. It's a dream, really. I've always done the Dakar to try and win it. I finished second, third and fourth. I was sixth. I gave up. I suffered big crashes. I've done 20 Dakars and I've seen some crazy stories. And today, I want to do a Dakar and enjoy the Dakar. The morning starts, you know, when all the riders meet up, we all hug each other. We know we're going to war. We know why we're going, we know how, and we all look at each other with a lot of respect. These are powerful moments. They're powerful moments because you know that afterwards you're leaving and maybe you can't be there the next day. You know that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0, when you find yourself on your bike and you leave. It's an incredible feeling. It's only you, your bike, your choice of routes, your choice of navigation, your mistakes, your doubts, that physicality, the taste of blood in your mouth, those dunes you're going to climb, those rocks, that apprehension, the night falling, it all stays with you. And that's something I want to experience again. The Dakar Rally Raid has changed. Today it's dangerous, we all know that. You can't just turn up on the Dakar and snap your fingers. Hello, it's me. I arrive and I get on my bike. That's no longer the case. The amateurs have their place if they are prepared. In any case, today in bikes, to do the Dakar, you have to do some races beforehand. So automatically, it's guys who have a technique and who ride. So the level has gone up a notch. I've put in a year of preparation because I don't want to suffer. I want to live it and experience it. My goal is to be caught by as little cars as possible. What I want is to ride cleanly and to be present and to ride and experience my personal Dakar. There are thousands of people who dream of doing it, and then one day you're there. You pass that first gear and you climb that starting ramp. It's something that's really hard to explain.
Vraiment difficile à expliquer.
That'll be joining us here under the watchful eye of the FIM authorities that are in attendance this evening.
Last night, the top 10 in the prologue were allowed to choose their starting position for the first stage of the 2025 Dakar Rally.
We go 8. We're following the Brazilian in the number 9. Going for 9.
As the winner of the prologue, Henk Latergen was the last to pick his spot.
Number 11, that's an interesting choice.
It's a little bit of strategy to check or to keep an eye on everybody in front. You obviously, I'm not sure you want to win tomorrow's stage and open the 48-hour like Nasser said, so.
Guillaume de Mévius was first off the line in his Mini. He had a puncture yesterday which cost him time in the prologue, and his troubles in his new petrol-powered Mini continued today. Struggling to see behind the dust of the bikes, he collected some small trees and got branches stuck in the radiator. He had to stop twice to fix it. There are 6 Century CR7s in the field this year, as Mattia Serradori has left behind his two-wheel drive CR6. But it was South African Brian Baragwanath who was the quicker of the two today, as he finished 12th. Rokas Baciuska was running 11th. But at 200 kilometers, the Lithuanian was in trouble. The first Dacia Sandrider off the line was Sebastian Loeb. Lots of the front runners took it fairly easy today, not wanting to open the road for the 48-hour chrono that starts tomorrow. Loeb finished 22nd, 11 minutes off the lead, which means he'll be 22nd off the line tomorrow. His Dacia teammate Nasser Al-Attiyah employed a similar tactic. In the last 10 Dakars, he has either abandoned or finished inside the top two. Last year, he was forced to abandon, but he too took it easy on this opening stage of 2025. Although there were a few navigational problems. He also suffered a puncture in the closing kilometers and ended the day 20th. Seventh quickest was Carlos Sainz, who struggled with traffic. And he was another driver assaulted by the trees. Cosmetic damage only for the Ford Raptor. The stage was a fight between Gerlin Chichery and Lucas Moraes. The Toyota Hilux driver was pushing hard from the outset as he looks to find redemption after being knocked off the podium in the penultimate day last year. But in the final kilometers, he hemorrhaged time. It was all part of the plan, though, to avoid being first on the road tomorrow.
We have a line with the team that if we start to move too much to the front, at some point we have to make a decision. Should we keep going or stop? And then when we call Henk and João, and then we say, okay, let's stop. And then we stop for 6-7 minutes, and strategy pays off, so good.
Saud Variawa is the third youngest competitor in the whole of the Dakar and the youngest driver in the ultimate class. He too suffered with a few navigational issues. The halfway point of this stage was a maze of routes. He finished 5th on a stage last year, but 3rd today marks his best ever stage result on the Dakar. Age no barrier for the Toyota Gazoo Racing Hilux driver.
It's actually surprising because towards the end we were sitting in the dust for about 150 kilometers behind one of the other guys. I think it was just a whole train of us just sitting in behind each other, but nonetheless really good. Second Dakar already running in the front, so I'm really happy with that.
X-Raid Mini driver Gerlin Chichery looked set to win the stage once Moraes had parked up. But as it was, he had to settle for second. Despite a strong finishing result, Chichery was not happy at the finish.
We had a really bad start this morning, and we lost, since the beginning, we lost the GPS and the Sentinel, so we cannot beep the other car in front of us to overtake. So we did the whole stage in the dust, and some corners I couldn't see, just go straight, hit 2 times big trees and destroy the front of the car, so it's really annoying.
But the stage win went the way of another youngster. 22-year-old Seth Quintero took his first ever stage victory in the ultimate class. Quintero won by 45 seconds and will be first on the stage for the 48-hour chrono tomorrow, while there were also strong showings for Martin Prokop and João Ferreira. And there was drama after the stage for Toby Price and Sam Sunderland.
It's possible to pull us?
The electrics failed on their Toyota, but they still had to get back to the bivouac. A tow helped them out. But the problems certainly weren't solved.
It won't start, there's no power. No. With the clutch in there, there you go.
The top Dacia finisher today was Cristina Gutierrez, as she came home in 5th. The Spaniard is in her first season in the Ultimates after her successes last year.
This race is a race that brings a lot of values to the person. What you can feel in the Dakar is the level of adventure, very hard moments, moments of doubt, moments of stress, very good moments. You're on a roller coaster of emotions all the time. Incredible emotions with family, friends, people in Spain, all over the world. So it was like an unforgettable memory, to be honest. I did my first Dakar when I was 25. Now I'm going to do my 9th Dakar. I'm 33, so I've been in many categories. I remember in South America when I arrived with a production car. I accomplished my dream. The big change is the notes and the communication with the co-driver. It has to be much faster because everything comes much faster and you have to be very attentive to every change. So it's also a very different weight. The inertia is very different. The braking. Obviously, you always dream of being in the top class. But I would never have dreamed of being with either Nasser or Sebastian in the same team, in a factory team. So Red Bull in this case has changed my life. That Red Bull is thinking about the future, about new generations, and in the end, look at all of us in the junior team. We have finished in T1+, and that means that it has been a successful project, and then it gives opportunities to new people, young people, for those of us who don't have as much experience as such great drivers. I'm lucky to have the opportunity to learn from the best. Obviously, I'm going to give it my all to go as fast as I can, but I'm also aware of the competition in this category with all these great drivers who have been fighting for years to win the Dakar. But I'm also aware of the capacity of the team, of my capacity with Pablo, and the long distance we have and the learning curve we still have to work on. But it's clear that we're going to give it everything we've got.